Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World, and this week my project is a nail file holder. I'm sure you've all done them before, but I had a packet of these I want to use up, and just remember that these are not just for your nails. They're great for crafters, for smoothing off their edges or giving them rough edges. You know, there's lots of things you could use, you know, scraping back the coloured card to get white, and they are good for crafters. So bear that in mind, they're not just for people who like to do their nails. So anyway, this is the size of them. They're pretty big, and I've made this wee item. So you could put this in the wee narrow bags and sell them at craft fairs if that's your thing. I most likely will just be giving mine away, so I'm not going to bother covering them up. I'll just slip them into their cards. So anyway, what I've used is the lovely Brights DSP, the small one. I'm going with the Flirty Flamingo in the spotty. I'm going to go spotty this time just to lift things a bit. Same paper pack, but I'm going to go with the spots. So you need 4 pieces, one for inside, one for the front, and then at the back I did a narrow one, which, as you can see if I pull that up, I've joined it at the back because this is only 6-inch paper and this is much longer. So if you put your ribbon like so, it covers that join, and you think you've one strip of paper if you try and match it up well. So, and then this just slips in and out, no bother at all, and it's really easy to make. The wee die that I've used for this is out of the Timeless Arrangement pack. Was the one sitting here. I have it in my machine. These wee things are great for the likes of these, if you're not going to use the whole set for a card, or make a matching card and use it then. But I still have to make a matching card yet using those if I get time ever. So what you need first is your strip of A4 card. I have gone the full length of the A4 sheet, which is the UK one, which is just over 11.5, and you need it to be 1.5 inches wide, just so you're going to get lots out of a sheet. For your DSP, you're going to need one strip at 1/3/8 by 6 inches, and that's going to be your inside piece. It runs down, it doesn't go right to the bottom, but it doesn't matter because you're not opening this, you're just sliding this in and out, so nobody's going to see it, only you. You can cut it up shorter if you don't want to use the extra bit. It's up to yourself. The next bit is for the front, and it needs to measure 1/3/8 by 4 inches. And then you need the 2 wee pieces for the back. I made it narrow enough so it would slip in behind the ribbon. So they need to be 1 inch wide by 3 3/8 and 1 by 3 5/8. And that's all you need. And your scoreboard, a scoring tool of some sort. And of course your nice nail files. They come in a whole pack of these ones. Again, my daughter got me these, very pretty. I was trying to get using them. So she gets everything online, so if anybody needs to find out where, I can check. But I never bother asking, I just take it. So get your scoreboard out. And we're going to do just a slight bit of scoring. So on your long side, you're not going to score any other side, only this. You want to score it at, get the right end, 7 1/4 and 7 1/2. And that just gives you a wee bit of depth for your nail file to sit in nice and secure. So you can do your folds, just making sure they're all going up nicely. We don't need a lot of pressure on them. And we're going to stick all our DSP on first. So we know this is the inside back. We want to round our corners at this stage. And I'm just going to go with my old board. So round the corners of the top, the back bit. We're not going to bother with this, but we're just going to leave it nice. So you need to do the same to your nice DSP. Just the top of it. And that's that done. If you haven't got a corner rounder, set a coin or something round and draw around and just cut it with your scissors. Gives you the same effect. It's just handier this way. So I'm going to glue this in place. If I can detangle my glue here. So I've just glued the front. I haven't done the back, so don't do it just yet because we want to add our ribbon and stuff, and then we'll know where to put our wee how to join our two pieces. So at this stage, you want to straighten this out so it's nice and flat the way you want it, and bring it in here. Make sure that you're happy with it. If you want, you can butt it up to your embossing board and that'll keep it straight for you. Hold that nice and tight, and then we're going to feed it in to our trio punch. I'm going down just a bit from that part there. It's a wee bit tougher to go through all those papers, but it will go through. It's a good punch. Again, hold that tight. You don't want that moving now that you've it punched, and we're going to do one on the opposite side. So if you just use that to line you up, it will squeeze right in there, and you can use the hole that you've made to make sure that you're still lined up, and put that slit to the center. There's a center mark on your punch there. So that will be your guide. Press it again. So that gives you two nice wee lines straight. This is a great wee punch. You can see it shows you the line there, and it shows you the line underneath when you're sliding it in, and then you have those two other ones to use as well. But this is my favourite wee part of this. So we know now that's where these are going to join. You want to punch the top of one of them. Just I think I did round it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Just round the top of one of them. Now, which one? One's short and one's long. Just make sure you have the right ones. Yeah, that's okay. It's meeting in the middle, so you should be happy enough. So we're going to stick one in place, and then we'll use the other one to guide us up there. You don't have to do this part. You could leave it blank at the back, especially if you're using a nice coloured card or something. But if you're not, I just thought it would break it a wee bit. I know it's a very wide border on it, but it's not annoying me. If you were very good, you could go in and stamp wording or decoration or something around there, but I don't think I have the patience for it. So as I say, you might want to try and match these. I think I'm going to be lucky enough trying to match it. So I can bring that up a wee bit. You're not going to see the exact, it's not really matching, sure it's not. I'm going to slide it up and out of it. Doesn't need to go down that far. As long as that join is in the centre of your two wee slices there, it's more or less, it's going to be covered. So I'll just move my ribbon to where I want it to cover. And that should keep us right. I could have pulled that one up a wee bit. But there we have it. So I'm using a retired ribbon. This was a wee bundle. You might still be able to get that in. It comes with that on a sort of a blue colour. Can't remember the name of it. But always look in the clearance rack if you're shopping, because you never know what you'll pick up. So they feed it through both at that side and then through again at this side. At this stage you can slide in your nail file. So you're going to tighten it, tan it in nice and tight to hold it. Just make sure you're nice and flat. And again, slide that up to cover your join in your paper. And then when you pull it tight, that'll stay. You could put a wee bit of glue on it if you want. If you're selling these at craft fairs, you want to use as little of your stuff as you want, so that you're making a bit of money on it, obviously. So always bear that in mind. So I'm pulling that in, and I'm pulling it good and sturdy so it gives it a nice firm grip. And just balance up your bows and chop it off. About that later. So now we need to decorate it, and as I said, I'm using that wee die, and I have it put into my wee boho blue cutting machine. And that's it. It has lovely wee X marks in the centre. I've used the other one as well for it. Just push that back in out of the road. The machine is so handy. Now, you need a bit of scrap because we're over stamping here. I was going to go with circle, I was going to go with a wider oval, I didn't know, and I ended up just going with this. I think it works okay. And the wee stamp set, I believe, is the Easter time one. I'm using this wee flower set and this wee bird. And the hay as well is out of that, so where did I put my stamps? So we're going to do the wee bird at the bottom first. And we're just doing them in Memento so we can colour them in. So his tail will run off, but don't worry too much about it. Well, his tail's actually on there, he's alright. So that's him done. The top we're going to do the flowers, and we're going to do them in black as well because I also want to colour them in, but you're not going to see them all, so just decide which part you want to show. If you're really daring, you could stamp it out twice and raise them up, but again, not what I want to do at the minute. So I'm sort of trying to balance it with what I like to see. And that just gives you enough wee rounded bit at the top. And then we can go with our coloured ink, which is Flirty Flamingo, which is now in the bright selection. And we'll just stamp our hay. I'm just putting it, I'm using the two wee X marks in the centre of that to guide me. Trying to keep me straight. Not very straight at all, but I'm not worried. So now we just need to do a wee bit of colouring. I'm just sticking to the one shade of colour, the Flirty Flamingo, and just go in, put a few dark marks here and there, dark centres to flowers. The only other colour we'll be adding is for the leaves. And you can go in with the wee bird too. It just keeps it all simple. When you're working in tight areas, use your bullet pen rather than your brush. It gives you more control. Just blend those in. And now all we need to do, oops, there's a wee bit of mist. I think I've got it all now, huh? We need to, oh sorry, we need to do is we chest in the lighter colour. I'm going to use a wee fine liner just for it big. And now I'm going to get some green for the leaves. So I'm just going with the light granny apple green. I'm not worrying about shading these or anything, I'm just putting the colour on them. And I think that is it. So now we can just attach this to our thing. I'm just using large dimensionals. Let's say you could make up a couple of these in no time. Do about there. There, and that makes a nice wee gift to hand out. In my case with my cards, in your case it could be at a show or craft fair or whatever, or just to, I don't know, whoever you give gifts to, neighbours or whatever. But 1.5 inch strip and a few bits of paper. Doesn't even take a full sheet, so you could make a matching card or whatever with it. But either way, I'll have everything you use down below, and hopefully I'll be back again next week with another video for you. Thanks very much for subscribing, and I'll catch you all again soon. Bye.